Hi, girls. I'm going to share a secret with you today. I'm a superhero. I turn into a 7-foot tall blue woman with horns and long, long blue dreadlocks. And I fly through the air and I save lives. And I make a difference in the world. And I fight aliens and face off against villains. And I do it all from my laptop on the computer. Yeah, it's sort of pretend. It's a waking world versus the fantasy world thing. And I'm proud of it. It's good to be able to look at oneself and see something like that. Superheroes are a good thing. Alternate identities, ways of viewing ourselves that aren't us, or at least are a piece of us. You know, my superhero identity is called Madam Mister. Yeah, she's the world's first, well, maybe not the world's first, but the world's foremost transgender superhero. She had the luck of getting magical estrogen pills that turned her into a woman overnight. That doesn't happen in this world. That didn't solve any of her problems, and the estrogen doesn't solve them here. That's okay. You know, I've been more than just a superhero in my day. I've also been a shape-changing spider person. I've been a werewolf with having an illicit love affair. I've been a bat fairy named Mr. Nos, because Nosferatu is way too tough, a word to say every day. Who ate ice cream mixed with cockroaches and liked to pretend that he was a government agent because people believed him. I've also been God. Well, not the God, but a God. The dungeon mistress of games. Yes, I'm talking role-playing games throughout all of this. I'm a geek, and I love gaming. I've loved it for years. I've always found it to be a really rewarding experience. I mean, to run them, to have people tell me what they're doing, and to make a world around that. It's made me a better storyteller and a better artist. And it's given me some of the best friends and best times I've ever had. It's something that sometimes is lacking in the world today. I mean, it's a tough time, and people have forgotten how to really imagine. There's some amazing games out there on the internet. World of Warcraft, all the MMORPGs, even the Facebooks and things, and they are inspiring and wonderful. They're also, something you do with people you never meet. It's a little bit of a tragedy. Because there's a lot of people out there that it's just nice to be with, to do things with. People are interesting. People are fun. People are horrible and weird and wonderful and crazy, and it's so nice to have interaction with them. And when everyone's imagining something that's only in their mind, it's a place you can only access when you're dreaming of it. You make it yourself. It's yours. And the only problem I have with a lot of the MMORPGs is you make up your own person and everything else, but it's also artistically and story-wise, it's a world that's set up for you. Something's lacking in that, I think. Sometimes it's nice to have something of your own that you imagined yourself. And I mean, I see, and the sad part is it's becoming the standard way of imagining is to go where there's something already set up for you. We've gotten lazy in our imaginations. I mean, instead of saying, well, I made up this character, you think about what they can do and everything else. And everyone comes up with this fan fiction and all that, and I've done it, and it's no problem with that. It's fun to take a universe that exists. It's also fun to imagine something new. And to imagine it with other people is a real gift. I mean, like I said, I've played these games, these role-playing games, but I love running them. It's a way of seeing how people really tick, because I've always done things that make people think. I'll end up boring you people to tears one day, because I know I'm going to start telling some of my stories. And I'm not talking, oh, I had a paladin who was 20th level, ooh. No, I'll tell them stories as what they are. Stories, epics. Things that are funny and things that my friends helped inspire. And I had the joy and the consternation of dealing with people who collectively were a hell of a lot smarter than I am. So I had to sharpen my wits against a whole group of people who could think themselves out of problems and also put me in situations I never expected to be. I love making people question. And no, everyone, when they make up a character that say, oh, I'm a dwarf, or I'm a magic user, all those generic things you hear about geek-wise, and then they're like, okay, what happens? I magic missile the darkness. Geek joke. Or I try to seduce the bar wench. Everyone's prepared for that. I've done things where I've had people argue because I said, well, who's going to give up their soul to save this woman's one true love? Who's going to do it? Because if you don't, she will. That took up good 5-6 hours of philosophical debate that I did not expect. I've done that a lot. I've had people cry because I set up something where people fell in love with the character. And I learned a lot about writing. And that's the thing people forget. They all see it as these games as silly or time wasting. And the truth is, it's a good thing to get together with people and tell stories and to listen to them. I have no idea where I'm going with this. I was supposed to just talk about being a superhero and imagination, and it turned into something where I talked about my dreams, because that's what I'm going to be doing one day. Soon, because I'm not giving up despite everything I've been through. I'm not giving up. I'm in charge. I am Madam Mister. And I hear I hear the call to action. So I'm going to go out, and you'll never see me in this world, but in one of them, I'm saving a life. And then the story will come here, and maybe you'll save a life again. How's that for a thought? I love you all. Blessed be. Bye.